It's the Brian and Kendra Show with Brian Cook and Kendra Cox of Keller Williams Realty Elite.
I am Kendra Cox.
I'm Brian Cook.
Between the two of us, we have over 30 years of experience.
Sharing real estate tips and advice. Right here on Classic Hits 1073.
Hey, welcome to the show. It's the Brian and Jared show today. We got a new face in the room. Kendra's, I don't know, getting her nails done or something.
I think she's at the spa or something.
Spa, taking a nap maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's doing. Out driving around. She just didn't show up. I don't know what the deal is.
All day, like at the office?
I don't know. I wasn't there either.
Oh, that reminds me. Would this have anything to do with why you weren't there?
Pink slip.
It says Town of Shattuck.
Yeah, I know. I was in a hurry to get back to work today.
But it says you were in a hurry.
I had. It sure does.
I'm trying to find where it says exactly where you were.
Yes.
You know, at what degree you were in a hurry.
Yes. Well, it was.
It says
yes,
speed.
It was speed. So don't drive fast in the school zone. So people remind you that, hey, it is school season again, and pay attention to those flashing school
Yellow
lights because the other ones will also get you. So, yeah, I was zipping back. I was late for a closing, and I was flying out of town, and yeah, thankfully he was really nice to me. And
he's a nice officer. Shattuck's got a good one.
yeah, so yeah.
Maybe they'll buy some brownie points.
I don't know. I'll have to do something. Next fundraiser they have, we're over there cooking hot dogs
Sounds
or
good.
something.
Sounds good.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about email I got the other day. I just want to kind of give some advice on choosing a realtor again. I know we've talked about that before, but this is a new spin on it. We're going to talk about that today. We've got some statistics to do. And, man, there is a ton of stuff going on in Woodward this weekend.
Okay, we're going to talk about all that.
Tomorrow night is Main Street's Fall in Love with Maine or something.
Okay.
It's something. So tomorrow evening, there's a bunch of stuff going on Main Street, I think. Hey, we got a flyer. See, we got somebody fall back in
You
love
were right.
with downtown on the 10th, which is tomorrow. It's all day from 10 to 5. I'm wrong. Actually, in the homecoming parade's at 3:30. So go check out the homecoming parade and go downtown. Check all they're going to have some specials and some cool stuff there. And then Saturday morning, the Hope Center is having a big shindig. They're having the 0.1K fun run, 328 feet for all those fatties like me that can't run more than, I don't know how far I could run.
Distant running.
I was going to be a sprint, but that'd be like marathon style. We're just going to start slow and end slow. So what a fun spin. They're also going to have a bunch of venue events.
Right.
I'm supposed to be there. We're going to do Critter Caravan, and then they're going to have some snow cones and food trucks and all kinds of stuff.
Cool.
So that's going on Saturday. So if you have nothing to do,
Come support
you're not
downtown.
looking. There's lots to do. So, and then next Friday's the Chamber Golf Tournament, and then next Saturday's another one. Oh well, she's on Facebook.
Yeah.
Hi, Kendra.
Yeah, she's in the spa or something.
So, all right, I'm going to get fired.
Yes, you are.
It's going to be
Yes,
the
you are.
Kendra and Jared show pretty quick.
Yes, go support downtown Woodward. It's important.
It is.
Support your local business and
Yep.
support your community.
Yeah. So let's take a short break and recoup from Kendra taking a break. We'll take a break with her, and then we'll be back to talk about choosing a real estate agent. Hey, we are back.
The Brian and Kendra Show.
Yes, that's right. Trying to do her job on Facebook here.
Okay, I think what we were headed towards is statistics.
Statistics. That's what she said. She's like, hey, you ain't doing your job. I have to work from not work.
Right. This is teleworking.
This telephone. It's like see what COVID has got us. Not that she has COVID.
Right.
I'm going to start that rumor. Jeez. Then we're out forever. Okay.
So what do you have?
I have some statistics. Here we go. Woodward Real Estate. So here's what's crazy. We dropped from 58 listings active to 50 in a week. So what that kicks in is there's only been one new listing in the residential in Woodward. We've actually dropped even pending down to 19 from 22. Like a year ago, there were 88 listings. Now there's 50. New pending, 6 went under contract. So we have 19 pending, 6 new ones. So we've closed several, is what it looks like.
Right.
And then so our market's starting to get it's getting a little. Your inventory is limiting. So we're down to 2.46 months. Another agent today was talking about they pulled several deals because they didn't hit the market. So they've got customers, I've got customers, everybody's got customers buying.
Right.
So when they get a listing, sometimes they don't even hit the market because they're just like, we're hunting houses for our buyers right now. Mm-hmm. So obviously, if I'm hunting for my buyer and a house comes on the market, we just sell it. Bam.
Right.
And so you need to make sure you're talking with your agent. Preferably it's me. Oh yeah, I didn't even say. Jared.
We were going to get there.
We're getting there. Jared is our newest agent in the office. License all came in this week.
Yes.
So fresh new agent. You know, he's got, 7 extra hours a week because he also tries to farm and ranch. And I say try because I don't know if that's possible. I was raised farm and ranch and I wasn't getting good at it.
It's a passion, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But no, really excited about joining the team here. I've known you for a long time and walked through this process with you.
Yep, a couple times. And
always enjoyed it. Sales in the background, hungry, I'm ready to work, ready
Yeah.
to find those deals and find those buyers.
That's right. So if
excited
you're
about that.
you got something to sell or something, give us a shout. Give Jared a call.
Right.
We'll boost his
Land.
land. He wants to do. There's lots.
There's going to be, this is just my observation, there's going to be a lot of land change hands. You take a circumference of Woodward and you say, 30 miles. There's a lot of land probably going to change hands, in my opinion, because we're getting older and we're getting some new farmers coming in, and you're starting to see the signs go up, and we want to be a part of that journey.
Yep. It's a. And I think that it's got to trickle down somehow. I mean, all that land's going to have to move at some point in time.
Right.
And there's a lot of it. I mean, there's a lot of land.
And there's a lot of land also that, if that's not occupied or used by the current person, and I think there's a lot of opportunity there to, if you're looking for a piece of land, to find that parcel of land that you really want. That is your dream
hunting season. Yeah, hunting season. We're listing,
Oh my gosh!
We
yes.
got 400 acres north of Quinlan. That is a fantastic hunting place. Priced at $450,000.
400 acres.
400 acres, so big
Right
old
on.
chunk of dirt.
Right. There's some good hunting
It's
in
got
that
some
area.
nice water on it, and then we're actually working on one. I'm not sure if we're going to get it done or not, which we're going to talk about that today. But we have a customer with 10 acres that is contemplating selling it, and it's got a house and a barn and 10 acres and the lots. I mean,
It's really cool.
You can tell there's deer everywhere. So it's coming available. We're just working through some kinks. So if that's something you'd be interested in, 10 acres, it's going to be under $100,000 with a house and shop.
Right.
And so, yeah, if you're interested in that, make sure you give us a call. We'll get you on the list. When it does hit the market, we'll make a line.
Right. I get this question
Okay.
before I was an agent, and still get the question: why do you need a realtor? Why do you need an agent?
Well, you need somebody guiding you through, especially somebody local. So I'm local. I know Woodward well. You call me to buy a house in Wichita. I've done a little research because I'm trying to buy one there. But I call realtors up there and ask questions because I don't know the market. I don't know the locations well. My daughter does live there, but I still ask the questions about, why is this house this price and is this decent neighborhood? They know it. Right. I know Woodward.
Right.
Man, I know Woodward. I drove
Right.
around Shattuck today for an hour with Shanda Aldrich over there. And we just checking out some potential stuff she's working on, and there's several houses she's got kind of coming up over there. And I'm like, where's Summer Street? So we drove around. Like, I don't know Shattuck either. Like,
Right.
It's not far, and I can figure it out. It's a small town. But a local agent will know the area and will walk you through and guide you through. Now, they're not going to... You want to know what you're buying. You want to be able to sell it when you're done with it. You don't want to just like, hey, this one's got pretty paint, I'm going to buy it.
Right. And as opposed to like trying to sell or market your own house by yourself, there's so many benefits that come with choosing an agent, choosing a realtor, running through the steps. I think we're going to talk about that today.
Yes. So what spurred this whole deal was...
Yeah, what started this discussion?
I got an email and it wants me to sign up for referrals through a company. It's called Mellow Home. Mellow Home is a subsidiary of Loan Depot. So if you get online and you fill out your application for Loan Depot, it's going to submit your loan application to all these lenders. All your information's out there on the intrawebs. And like, they're going to try to get you the best deal they can. And then they're going to submit your name to some realtors.
Okay.
So we're going to kind of divert there. So they send this list to the realtors. So how I do business, I don't take very many referrals from companies like this. Number one, I have people I know that need my time. So,
Well, your time's limited. You can
right, I can only do so much. So I, number one is past clients. I want to take care of all my past people. I've done them a good job once. I'm going to do them a good job again. I want to take care of them. Priority number one.
Right.
People inside my spheres. People inside my circle. People that are my friends and buddies that call me for real estate advice or buy and sell through me. So those are my people. And then their people. So you call me and say, hey, my buddy Branson wants to buy a house. Well, anybody that's like friends of my friends are the same kind of people. I want to deal with those people.
Right.
And so that's heavily how we do business. Probably 80
It's a
to
connected
85% of our business is personal relationships and referrals of personal relationships.
Right.
So then you get this random phone call. Hey, we got so-and-so moving to town. Do you have time for them? Man, we want to make time, but sometimes we just don't have it. And then not only that, then it costs us money to buy that person. So these people refer, and they get anywhere from 25 to 39% of our commission check to accept that lead.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Okay.
So, not that we measure, like, we've got to the point that the people are more important. Obviously, we want to get paid so we can keep doing what we do.
Right.
So we say it's not about the money, but if we don't have the money, this thing doesn't work.
Right.
So
Can't
we still
feed
have
our
to,
families.
That's right. We still have to charge commission.
Right.
But there's been a lot of times, so we list a house and we get down to closing and some crazy bill hits, or like today we got one with no garage door openers. Man,
Right.
I'm not gonna battle over a $39 garage door opener. I'm just gonna go get it. We're gonna program it. We're gonna set it. We're gonna go. I'm not gonna ask for that money because I got paid commission. That's part of doing business.
Right.
I think last year we kicked in. I don't know. It was a lot. She was doing my numbers. She's like, Brian, you have spent $14,000 on house repairs after closing. Well, we want our people to be happy. We want them coming back. It's an investment in the future of our customers. So, all that being said, if you go online, I still go back to the number one thing is you find a realtor. You find a realtor. The realtor is going to guide you into the right lender. We deal with all the lenders in town. We know which ones work well and which ones don't. We have a couple of lenders we've dealt with that just string our buyers along, and they have crashed a week or two before closing because they didn't have something quite right in their system. That should not happen. It should not happen. Cody Rowland is our sponsor here. I have never had a transaction fall through that she said she loan approved them and said they're a go. I have never had one fall through.
That says something.
And it's rarely have we had to extend a contract that she's been involved in.
Right.
I mean, I can't even remember. There might have been one that's a day or two, but like we're usually always on time, highly efficient, supreme use of our time. And they make you comfortable. They make our job easy. They make everything easy. You use somebody else from Loan Depot. I don't know who you're going to get. Some guy from Sacramento, California that doesn't have a clue what's going on.
Right.
Nah, it's out. I'm out.
And the process gets strung along.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
and that's one of the reasons to choose a realtor is they can guide you to
yeah, we're going to guide you through everything to make your life easy
and help you along the process. Point in case, what you're talking about right now as far as lending. We were working on a deal jointly together. And this particular deal, it was complicated. Maybe the people involved didn't have the credit necessarily, that to just walk in anywhere and get the mortgage. But they came to you and they said, hey, where do we go? And so you said, I'd check these places.
It was more like, I quit. I can't make this thing happen.
I don't
I'm
think
done.
this is going to happen.
Negative and frustrated.
Right.
And you could tell it was months, year of frustration.
Yes.
And it was very frustrating. And I felt it hardcore, like, So basically, it's a piece of property that we're going to put on the market, and then somebody's trying to buy it, and they've been trying to buy it,
Right.
But they can't. They keep running into roadblocks, and so the owner's like, "Hey, just sell it."
Right.
And we meet there, and we're talking to the buyer.
We're talking to
and it's like,
and he's like, "Where do you go?" And Brian's
here's some
like,
options.
Here's some options.
You can get this thing bought.
And we got word today that deal may come together for that.
So
for that.
So it's a win for the
those
buyer.
people.
It's a win for the seller.
Yeah.
Now, how much did we make on that deal? No, it's not about that. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's really
we just made some guy's dream of a home ownership come through. We answered the seller's question. Everybody was there. They may pay us a little bit of money to write their contract and then walk into the rest
But everybody
of it.
wins.
We all win. Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
It's worth it. So it's
and
all
it's
about
cool to see that happen.
Yeah, it's all about the people and the relationships, and yeah, we love it. So that's my big deal. And I'm going to give you some of these names. So some of these names. So if you're shopping online, be careful what forms you fill out. So Mellow Homes.
You may
is a
have
big
just
one.
went into Loan Depot.
Loan Depot, and then if you go into Loan Depot, then you're getting
X, Y,
I'm not
Z.
saying you're getting
Right.
a bad agent.
Right.
They're just drawing an agent out of the hat that's going to pay you a commission. So am I gonna stop the people I work for that know what my value is to take a 40% cut in my commission, and also deal with a lender I don't know is going to be good to me or not?
Right. No working relationship.
So it's a risk,
Right.
and
And a maybe.
and a maybe. So Mellow Homes is one of them. Rocket Mortgage is another one.
Right.
Realtor.com actually does this. So Realtor.com is not a realtor organization. We need to talk about that. Realtors are a professional organization. Realtor.com is actually a privately owned website. So that's kind of confusing. Zillow does this. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise.
So Zillow's a little different. We have to pay them. And the reason, so I even pay into Zillow, and the reason I do that is to protect my sellers. So if somebody gets on Zillow and they click, hey, I want to look at my listing, I have to pay Zillow for those leads to come to me, which is very frustrating. Very frustrating. So, but I understand it's all business, it's all entrepreneurship. Dude, they're good at their job because they're getting paid for a service to drive traffic. So it is what it is. So we pay. So I have to pay them to get my leads to my listings. Veterans United is another one. They're a big one. So if you're a veteran, man, we want to take care of you 100%. We have no doubt in my mind. Veterans United is one that takes 25 to 40% of your commission. If they get your name, they'll qualify for you the loan. You can get a VA loan through almost any lender. Any Bank 7 will do it.
Right.
Almost any lender will do a VA loan.
Right.
You don't have to go through Veterans United. Just because it's in their name doesn't mean they're truly a government organization, because they are not. So, and then, so that's all them. So, and there's more out there. Those are the ones I see the most. I just want you to be cautious. So if you find a great mortgage, you're like, hey, I think I want to do this deal, call me. I'll call them. I'll ask them some questions to make sure, hey, are you going to make us go to Oklahoma City to close this deal? Are you going to use our local title companies? Are you going to use a local appraiser? What are we going to do here?
Right.
You string this out 6 months? Who are your connections? Like we'll ask the questions. If you're moving to San Diego and you want to find a real estate agent there, I am more than glad to call out there and see if I can find you one. Now, there's a lot of realtors that make a lot of money doing that.
Right.
Because they call around, get a referral. What I like to do for my people is I like to make the phone call. I try to find them a good agent. If everything's smooth and great, I say, you can pay me. The traditional's 25%. You can pay me 25%. If it's easy and you make a deal and everything's happy. If it's not, so I sent one guy to Oklahoma City a while back, and it turned into a fiasco. It was just a tragic mess of events. And it got down to the very end, and then the buyer was short. There was a bunch of repairs. The guy called me, and I said, man, I told you, if it gets messy, you can take my side off the table immediately and use it to your advantage to make this deal happen. Right. So the buyer's agent actually used their funds to help the seller get some repairs done on the house to make the thing happen. So it all goes back to choose an agent that's for you.
Right. That's what we're here for.
Yes.
We are here to ensure that.
And I just heard On Point's deal. Advertisement survey. If you need surveys, call On Point. He cooked omelets for all of the real estate agents.
Yeah, and I missed it.
And you missed it. Gosh, they were like, I love making omelets.
Uh-huh.
His were awesome.
Really?
Like, mine were okay. Like, I love them because it's like, can't have too much bacon.
Too much bacon.
Like, he's like, hey, what do you want? And I'm like, you have bacon? He goes, yeah. You have more bacon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just whatever bacon you got, put it on that thing.
Brian and bacon.
That's right.
And I'm really sad now.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me what you had.
I know. Well, you just be there or be square.
Okay.
And so, like Kendra, she should have been here.
Well, she's getting her
To
nails
defend
done.
herself.
She's getting her nails
Defend
done.
herself.
Hey, when choosing a realtor,
Yes.
what are some things that someone needs to look for? What do they need to ask? What do they need to do?
Okay, so asking a realtor. So number one, here's a big one. Like, I think a full-time agent, you wouldn't go to a part-time doctor.
It's
Right?
not well advised.
Hey,
No.
I feel bad. I'm going to go see a doctor that works 8 hours a week. No,
Right.
man, I eat, breathe, live. I don't even eat. Generally, I don't have time to eat
Right.
because I am full-time real estate. I went to softball games today, and I have an awesome wife because she'll go, hey, Brian, your daughter's batting. I'm like, okay, sorry. And then because I should have shut my phone off because I'm not that busy. It's stupid. Like, my family's important, but
Right.
I get distracted by my phone trying to make sure things are moving well. And
Right.
so a full-time agent.
Right.
And there's, I've interviewed some agents from out of town recently, and I talked to an agency entirely full of part-time agents, and the amount, they do some business, but it's really hard to be available for your customers if you have another job.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know how to say that without being like, so generally everybody in my office are full-time agents.
Right.
Now, some of them might have another gig.
Sure.
So like you're farming ranching right now, but that's really,
Yeah, that's
you
not.
still have 40 hours a week.
Ask my wife. That's not. That's not a job.
You work at it full-time.
Because job means you get paid.
Yeah, that's right. Well, well, then we can't call real estate a job for some people. Yeah. But yeah, so most of the people, I have agents in my office all of the time. I've got a couple agents that work a lot from home. They've got kids
Right.
and events, and they can be more efficient from home. But they're in the office, still in the office all the time, and they're not like home napping.
Right.
Like Kendra.
Right.
But no, just kidding.
I think what he's trying to say here is you want an agent who this is their passion, this is what they're driving, this is what they're doing. They may be out in the community, they may be home with they may be home, having to juggle kids at 3:30 or something. But by and large, they are out trying to make deals, trying to
Yes.
find places. This is what they're doing. They're
Right.
not doing something else.
Absolutely. And I'm going to, Kendra is the only reason I am as successful as I am right now. There is no way I could keep up with the paperwork, and she keeps me on task, and she is my focus. Like, there is no way I could produce what we produce and take care of the people we produce. Just like yesterday, she was like, hey, Brian, key at such house doesn't work. Go fix it. And I'm like, okay. And I just take off. Well, I think in the middle of that, I was supposed to be actually somewhere else. I think she just left and went the other direction just because this was a priority. And she's my 100% backup. Like,
Right.
we had a transaction yesterday that took hours of time. And I had people coming in, and I'd step out of the room, and she made these customers, it was about relationship. She made them very comfortable. Mm-hmm. She walked through it very in depth. We got the loan documents. We went through them. We called the lender. We discussed it with the lender. Like she did. I say she.
Right.
Like, I just went to show the house. They love it. Let's go write it up.
Right.
She really sold it. She made the thing comfortable and answered all the questions.
Kind of like this show.
Kind of like the show.
Right. I'm just filling in. And all the people are out there. I can't wait for Kendra to get back.
Yes.
She is awesome.
She's like, we're fired.
We're awesome. What's your business philosophy?
Okay, it's easy. It's people. It's the relationship. It is the people. Like, I wouldn't have a business if I didn't have people. Like, all of the repeat customers and the referrals from the repeat customers, we wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for them. Like 100%, it's about the people. And so, that's where we push local. We push like we're going to go help at the Hope Center thing. We push the downtown stuff. I'm on the board there. Not on the board. I help with them. We do like economic vitality. We have meetings and discuss that. I'm on the chamber board. We love Woodward. We want to push Woodward. So that is a big deal to me. And real quick, the other thing about choosing a realtor is sometimes you don't have somebody that represents you, and you're going to get this language. Like you have somebody that's representing you independently of the transaction. Oklahoma's a transaction state.
Right.
And I sell like 70%. I list and sell the same house.
Right.
So I have both sides.
Right.
Obviously, we're really good at it, and Kendra are really good at it. And if I had to stop and step out of every transaction that I couldn't represent both sides, I would not be successful.
Right. Right.
And so it comes back to everybody. We want the people in the transaction to win. And I think we think they win even if we're in the middle.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right. Right.
Okay. So we've had some people, we have 60 seconds. So we have some people that are pushing whatever. I just want to make sure you understand that it's about the relationship with us.
Absolutely.
We want to get the deal done.
Right. Right. But we want to represent your interest, what you want first and foremost.
Right.
And bring the deal together.
Yes.
So that everyone
wins. So we feel like most of the time they get a fair price for the house. They pay a fair price for the house.
Right.
We have appraisals to verify that. We have home inspections to verify that. We do all of those steps to provide and prove that everything works.
Right.
We set them with great lenders. And we're not planning on leaving. We're planning on being here forever.
Right.
So thanks for listening. Even though Kendra wasn't here,
Yeah.
we miss you.
Tolerating me.
Please come back. And we got to see you guys next week.
Never have that guy again.